Hello, the victim. There's something comforting about peering into a world of chaos and blaming it for all of your problems. And, sometimes it works. But eventually, any feeling exercised too long, it becomes too strong. Even when the problem ceases, the feeling, it has not, because, like a muscle, the narratives we exercise into our minds, they grow all the same. Thus, our reticular activation system, the portion of our brain that selectively picks out variables from reality to reinforce our belief structures, our narratives, it will find more things wrong, even when there is nothing wrong. Eventually, it will poke at the very structure of its prosperity like an immune system targeting its own cells. From there, if left unchecked, collapse is inevitable. What was forged initially for a better life will have taken its own without realizing. That's one outcome of the victim narrative. But on the real, what is the outcome the vast majority of you have experienced? People just do not care. They may listen to you for a moment, but overall they will find you very inconsiderate, for they too have their own individual problems. Thus, typically, someone spreading their victimhood will inadvertently push people away. They are not equipped to understand, nor do they have the capacity to when you consider their individual struggle. So now, understanding this, we have a dilemma. An individual who feels all this injustice in their hearts, feeling powerless, but what if that was the real issue? Well, why do you feel powerless in the first place? It is because you were blaming the world around you to begin with. Because in truth, there is only one real being you hold power over. That is yourself. When you acknowledge this, life becomes very painful because it can only mean one thing: change. Change is very painful. A victim narrative wants to remain the same and hopes the world warps to accommodate, whilst the reverse will be one that consistently bends to the harsh truths of Mother Nature. One is powerless but easy, the other incredibly hard. But understanding this, what is there really to gain from the harsher route? You retain back the power you were giving away. You now hold the reins of your reality. When you stop blaming the world for what you don't have, but instead hold gratitude for what you do, you have created a solid foundation from which, with time, ruthless effort and vision, you may have just about anything. It will be a paradigm shift because even with your weaknesses, the ones you cursed the world for, they too have ironically become your strengths. Some may find they have become your greatest strength. In this sense, I encourage you to live by the philosophy to live as though everything is rigged in your favor. Rumi. This makes holding gratitude feel much lighter. Easy, like any narrative, your reticular activation system will selectively pick out variables to reinforce it, and because you'll now treat life like a game rigged in your favor, your experience will be much lighter, with overall more incentive to play. Even if you have weaknesses, you make mistakes, you fail. It's all okay, because it was all part of your game, for you know the end result will typically work out in your favor. Thus, if anything, the moments when you do go awry, things go a little wonky, they actually made for a better game, a better story. You enjoyed your path more so because of all of it. Think of it this way. Have you ever enjoyed a game where everything went perfect the first time? I bet it was really boring. You did not play it for very long. This is also why poorer countries typically have a higher level of overall happiness over wealthy ones, which on the contrary seem laden with mental health disorders. Playing the game as if it were rigged for you and acknowledging the tumbles and bumps only make your story more interesting. If you do this, not only will you retain your individual power, but the process of changing, adapting to Mother Nature's wrath will be more fun. You don't have to be crushed by your mind. You're allowed to have it envelop you in a sense of worthiness. The worthiness of truly engaging your individual condition. Not as a victim, but as an individual player. If you like more from me, please subscribe and hit notifications. Thank you if you did. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. It's good karma. And until next time, peace.